last couple of months. Oh, wow. I don't think
you're in pretty good shape. They controlled the complexion of the game from the opening kick. Now, the Cowboys had their moments, especially early on in the second half, but ultimately there was never a point where I felt like the Philadelphia Eagles were out of control of the game, and that's the sign of a good team.
Canty and Carlin, weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio. You can also listen and watch on the ESPN app. Sports Center All Night continues with Jay Reynolds.
We're taking you to Key, Jay, and Max, 6 o'clock Eastern Time here on ESPN Radio. Sports Center All Night, presented by Progressive Insurance. 6 weeks of the NFL season are in the rearview mirror. Tonight, the kickoff for Week 7, and the focus is on Arizona. As for what this one looks like, we turn to our ESPN Cardinals reporter Josh Weinfuss and ESPN Saints reporter Catherine Terrell.
Snap to Murray, drops back to throw, looking, steps up, takes off, heading to the near sideline, gets into the end zone, sticks the ball out for the touchdown with no time left.
30, 20, will he get caught from behind? That is going to be a touchdown! Taysom Hill! Taysom TD!
Saints at Cardinals.
Heating Allen has said they're not going to start Jameis until he's 100% healthy, and he's not right now. I don't know if that means maybe next week he'll start. He's definitely inching that way, but I think for now this is still Andy Dalton's team. They're going to go with him for at least one more game, and, I think it's a big game for him because I think the offense has shown some ability to move under him, even though they seemingly are missing everybody, and, maybe how he plays affects the quarterback situation down the line.
I think there's more pressure on Kingsbury than there is on Kyler Murray, simply because the buck stops with him, right? Kingsbury is the play caller, he's the play designer, he's the head coach, and Kyler Murray is working with what he's given. Sure, he can check the line of scrimmage, but generally speaking, he's being, he has to work with the offensive line he's given and the receivers he's given, the scheme and the plays that he's given. So I don't put a lot of pressure to make this happen on Murray. He puts a lot of it on himself.
The Cardinals are 2-point favorites. Who you got?
These are two teams that are definitely struggling. Both kind of have a season on the brink. But, for some reason, I kind of see the Saints winning here.
Having Hopkins back is going to change the dynamic of the offense for at least this week because, like I said, the Saints don't have any championships. So I'm going to take the Cardinals. I think it's going to fall in line with the last couple of other Thursday night games and be ugly, but I think the Cardinals are going to survive this one.
Cardinals and Saints in a matchup of 2 and 4 teams to kick off Week 7, the Thursday night matchup in Arizona. Also in Week 7, the return of Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He says he remembers most of the night, but he lost consciousness after the hit that sent him to the hospital. As for the expectations upon his return, his coach Mike McDaniel.
What I want to see is the same locked-in guy that I know when he's on it. He's laser-focused. He's in his normal mood, but he doesn't lose attention span at the task at hand.
Dolphins and Steelers in the Sunday night game. Pittsburgh wide receiver Deontay Johnson speaking yesterday for the first time since his dust-up with Mitch Trubisky. It was their halftime incident in Week 4 that prompted the quarterback change. Johnson saying they're both passionate about football. Stuff happens. He says they're fine. They talked it out. No hard feelings. In Dallas, Dak Prescott, medically cleared. He's been taking reps with the starters. Sports Center All Night, ESPN Radio. Now for Wednesday's Top Sounds, let's hand the baton to Doug Brown.
Number 5.
It was the first sibling matchup in baseball postseason history, and it was Austin Nola delivering against his younger brother Aaron to spark a 5-run fifth for the Padres. John Shambi with the call on ESPN Radio.
There goes the runner, pitch, swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out of the right center field. Cam racing towards third. They're going to send it. Here's the throw in. Cam all the way around. and he's in to score. An RBI single for Austin Nola, and the Padres are within a run.
Number 4.
The Astros hit 3 home runs and got 6 standout innings from Justin Verlander in Game 1 of the ALCS. Dan Shulman on ESPN Radio.
3-2 on Matt Carpenter with 2 down and the bases empty. Pitch on the way, and he got it. Threw what looked like a slider down and in. Strikeout number 11 for Justin Verlander.
Number 3.
More season openers in the NBA Wednesday night. The Grizzlies needed overtime to beat the Knicks, and they needed 34 points from Ja Morant. The call on 92.9 ESPN Memphis.
Trey will bring it up across. Trey bouncing in the middle against the Rockets. In the corner goes DeAndre Hunter. 3 is open and hits. Boy, DeAndre Hunter knocked down that 3. He's got 22 now. And the Hawks lead 109-100.
Number 2.
The Pelicans blow out the Nets in Brooklyn. Zion Williamson puts up 25 points and 9 boards. The call from ESPN New Orleans.
Now Jonas got hit by Durant. Get it to McCollum. Leave it for Trey. Extra pass Graham. Shot fake. Bounce feed to Zion. Down low. And the 2-hand throw down from the left side. Good pass by Devontae Graham.
Number 1.
In Detroit, the Pistons win their opener over the Magic, but Orlando rookie Paolo Banchero makes a splash with 27 points in his NBA debut. The call on FM 96.9 The Game.
Magic with the rebound. They'll bring it back the other way. They've got numbers. Here's Banchero. He jumps right over Torrey Joseph. He jumped right over him. And he flushed it.
Banchero with a huge debut. In Brooklyn, Pelicans with the win over the Nets. Zion looked impressive with his 25 points. Ben Simmons, meanwhile, fouled out with 4 points.
I think I was just too excited.
Simmons fouling out with 4 points and 5 rebounds. His second career game with more fouls than points. Have we figured anything out about those Nets? ESPN analyst Jalen Rose.
David Jacoby taught me that the Nets were an NBA's version of an NFT. It's tangible, you can pay for it, but you really don't know what it is.
Nets lose by 22 in a game where Kevin Durant had 32. It's Thursday, October 20th, birthday of Juan Marichal, the Giants Hall of Fame pitcher, is 85 today. College football, Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker, a half hour from now, 6:30 Eastern with Key, Jay, and Max. They're next. I'm Jay Reynolds. It's ESPN Radio.
Coming up next, Keyshawn J.
Hey there, I'm Julie Foudy.